things.
It's all right.
A little add personality to the podcast.
Yeah, this podcast has the most personality of all of them so far, man. I mean, Armand just out
listen,
here just back
shots
against
fired.
the wall, just.
But I still will do collabs with any YouTuber. Clout, please. Just a little bit. I don't need much. Just a little bit. Love you guys. I sound good?
You talk though?
I'm talk though. You talk though?
I'm in there.
I'm in the. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Oh.
You gotta sink it. You gotta sink it.
Oh yeah. Gentlemen, the time is.
Yes.
Are we live?
We're live, baby.
We're live.
Nap.
Coming live from Tampa, Florida, and New Jersey. We bring to you the Weekly Commute.
That's not bad. Armand, let's hear yours.
Ooh, you ready?
Yeah.
What am I saying? Am I just saying the whole thing, or am I just gonna say the weekly commute?
Gotta be big time.
Weekly commute. The weekly commute.
You gotta do it like you're the man.
All right, I'll try it.
Oh gosh.
My radio voice is pretty good.
Ooh.
In my head. Let's test it out for you boys.
Man.
It's Friday night. We are the Weekly Commute.
Oh, my dad's gonna roast the shit out of me.
Oh, we got Armand to use.
Sorry.
All right.
Demonetized.
You know what it is. It's another week. It's another commute.
It's another weekly commute.
From home.
Brought to you by Volkan from Velocity Crew. And
Back, cool cars for sale.
Armand, lonely driver, Florida.
You sound lonely too.
you sound real. Dude, Armand, your YouTube channel looks real lonely too. I mean, I'm waiting to.
You can blame social distancing on that one. I do have footage though. I do have footage.
Really?
I do have
footage. Okay.
I have footage. I just can't go to the shop and check up on the car.
Yeah, he has footage of him sitting at his desk thinking about footage.
Fair enough.
That's
There's
what this
footage
footage
on our podcast. Then
This is what that footage is.
on
Exactly.
on my channel anyway. Okay. All right, boys. We got another week. Today we have an interesting topic. Actually, it's very interesting. I was watching a video from our friend Doug DeMiro.
Your friend, Doug DeMiro.
Jaguar XJ220. And he talked about this race series that was going on. And I looked it up on YouTube, and it's actually pretty interesting. So I figured we could just watch one of the clips from that race and just react to it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Let's go.
It's supposed to be a lot of chaos. I have not watched the clip, so
If it's boring, don't blame Volkan. Blame Volkan.
I don't know what it's going to be like, but it should be interesting.
This is Volkan's idea. It's all him. If it's boring, it's all him. If it's good, it's all
Yeah,
me.
it's all him.
Look at these sellouts.
Dude,
I mean, I call these boys my friends. All right, whatever.
Dude.
So,
out here.
new decoration alert. We got the Carrera GT skateboard.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Armand C63 and wait, Zach, did you have a hand in this?
No, he didn't.
I helped you hang it. What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh
you did.
yeah. Of course, that's right. I mean, I did it all.
This was a squad cast effort or a weekly commute effort.
So I can't wait to get my big painting up. But anyway, so it's called Fastmasters, and it's a race with all these Jaguar XJ220s that have been modified for racing. Should be interesting. So it's here all right. So here is
XJS pace car.
XJS pace car. That's, you already know it's good news when you see that. So we'll make this full screen. But anyway, it was a 1993 They were doing it at Indianapolis Raceway Park, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what Indianapolis used to
Hey,
be.
man, you were the only one alive during this race, all right?
Oh my God, that's sad. Yo,
Yeah.
that is sad. Thank you.
By the way, rest in peace, Senna.
Yeah, R.I.P.
May 1st, 1994. Just gonna put it out there.
Damn, was I? I wasn't alive for that either.
Yeah.
When Armand is 2000s baby. What are you, Zach?
I'm a 2000 baby.
I'm
You're late
94. 94.
You're 94. All right. Well.
Was
All
you
right.
80?
So I don't know how the audio is going to turn out. So what I'm going to do, and full disclosure to everybody, or all 11 people, we confirmed last week that 11 people watch now, not 10. But to all 11 people out there, I'm going to mute it, but I'm going to add the audio back in later. So if you hear music while we're talking, that's so you don't go crazy hearing nothing on the screen. But if you hear the sounds of the race, that means it worked. So without further ado, I bring to you the reaction to Fastmasters Round 1.
Saturday Night Thunder.
Saturday Night Thunder. That is such a 90s thing to say. Anyway,
So sick.
let's see. So XJS pace car. And again, these are all XJ220s that were converted to race spec. I think the wiki page was saying like they're like $750,000 for the race going version of this. Oh, here you go. Oh God, it doesn't.
Bob Aiken.
Doesn't get more 90s than this. All right, so they're introducing everybody. So
Fred Lorenzen. Whoa.
these guys are supposed to be drivers from back in the day.
Dick Greer. Heyo.
Look, that's on the right. It's their heyday. On
Ed
the
McCulloch.
You look like an Ed McCulloch.
Jim McElreath.
A lot of mix over here.
Hey, no racial.
Bobby Allison.
Bobby Allison.
There's a nice, easy name.
Gary Grant.
These ones so far. I mean, it's hilarious. They're showing them in their heyday, and they're showing them today when they're like 80 years old.
Troy Ruttman. Dude, he's dead, pretty much. Let's be honest. He's like 80.
In that picture.
Dick Trickle. Dick Trickle. You're so immature. Dude, I like how it ends on Dick
Yo,
Trickle.
look at these glasses. Yo, this is the epitome of the 90s right now. Look at the glasses.
Oh, the mustaches.
Yo,
Benny Parsons.
Yo, the drip never takes a back seat.
Dude, where's Benny Parsons?
I would
Actually,
love to grow up with
better.
What are they talking about? We can't
Where-
hear. This guy's like, the XJ220, it's treating me well. I can't see hockey out the left side.
Of course, Dick Trickle would be a NASCAR driver.
Dick Trickle. What a name.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Think he got beat up in high school?
It sounds like something you'd never mind.
Richard Leroy Trickle.
So apparently there's a $7 million lineup at the starting grid worth of XJ220s. So that's always interesting. So they don't look like they're going very fast. I don't think the race has started yet. Look how big these things are.
Yeah.
Indianapolis Speed.
Again, some lag.
They haven't started yet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now they're about to haul. Oh, look at they're already making contact.
Oh, big puff of smoke from the English.
Dude, how do they even have space to turn? These
Is
cars?
this just a circle?
No, they're doing the infield. Look, they're turning in now.
Are they?
I think so.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't think
I don't think they
Is
do.
it just an No. They have
Yeah,
to turn in.
Oval.
The Indianapolis Speedway. It's just a
No,
circle.
Indianapolis. Indy has an infield, though. I think this is... Oh,
This is just a
Indianapolis
circle.
Raceway Park. This is not the Speedway.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This is a terrible idea. Now that I realize this is not even like... Oh, my God.
Well, insert the technical difficulties.
No! Oh, my God.
That's $1 million down the drain.
That's easy. That's easily $1 million down the drain. This
Wow.
is so bad, and they're not race cars. They're like they're road cars. So that's like done.
No. They definitely fixed it. You know how many F40s have been crashed and fixed? Like
I mean,
all of
I'm
them.
sure, but still,
All of them.
like you can't that's it. The race is over. There's no replacing that body panel on the spot. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, it's not like it's a 24-hour race or anything.
What are you saying? Oh, Dick Trickle out for the count. Actually, is this him?
No, I don't
hope
think
so.
so. This guy has a stash.
R.I.P. Dick Trickle.
This is Jim.
This is Jim.
Oh God! Look at it! Look at it!
He's not even mad.
Dude, he just.
Oh, dude, they don't care.
God.
He got like 3 cars.
No hex. Yo, I thought this was the infield at Indy. I didn't realize this is just this tiny oval track. This is a terrible idea. Look. He had snap oversteer there for one reason or another. Just lost. Oh my God.
That guy's probably pissed. He's like,
God.
I don't think he cared, honestly.
That's so painful to watch.
No, I don't think it would have been as painful back then.
Oh, it's moving.
I mean, it's rear engine, isn't it?
Wait, did that car get hit too?
Yep.
yeah, he's still going.
Leave it to Doug DeMuro to talk about a NASCAR race.
I mean, this is so weird. Could you imagine this taking place today with like a bunch of P1s or something?
This guy's definitely not alive. He looks like he's 60 back then.
I mean,
well, Jaguar couldn't do this these days because they make boring cars.
oh,
Jaguar. Shots fired.
Actually, not an unpopular opinion, I don't think, because the F-Type is cool, but I mean,
I like the F-Type, but I drove, what's their truck? F-Pace?
Trash.
the Jaguar truck.
Yeah, that thing.
Jaguar truck.
That thing sucks, man.
Lambo truck.
Lambo truck.
Ion, shout out to you, Lambo truck, baby.
Lambo truck. What are we talking about? The LM?
Bentley truck.
Oh, look. This is where he loses it. This is where he taps the number 10 car. Boom. Look at no, he doesn't. Just kidding.
What's he doing? What's going on here?
No, they're just doing another race.
Man, look at that GoPro footage.
Oh my God.
Havoline. They definitely were not using Havoline oil in these.
I think my flip phone had a better camera than that.
Yeah. This was
what
Zach's Sesto Elemento footage looked like.
Wait, what?
Remember he said he was in Miami and he saw it Sesto Elemento?
Did you?
I did.
And you don't have a video.
Oh, Dick Trickle!
Oh, is it Dick Trickle?
I was in
R.I.P.
downtown Miami with my brother and my mom and dad. And all of a sudden, I see this like crazy shadowy Lambo pass, and I'm like, "What the? That doesn't look like a Lambo." And then my eyes get so wide, and I'm like, "That's a Sesto Elemento." And my brother we were in shock. We were like, "What?"
Yeah, you don't see those ever.
Ever.
I mean, hold on. That's not even a valid comment. You just will never see one. You'll just. I mean, what are there? I think there's 3 of them.
So I don't know how many there are, but I do know that there is one in Miami, so that's obviously the one that I saw. What he was doing driving it, I don't know.
There's also Veneno in Miami, apparently.
I think there's more of those than Sesto Elementos.
Yeah.
I saw one of those at the auto show.
Sick.
Okay, well, are they back to racing now? CarQuest? Cage Cam? What's CarQuest? Armand, you're cultured. You should know what CarQuest is.
I guess it was.
Armand, this is your time. This is Bradwood.
I don't care about the XJ220.
Dude, look at this thing. It's got damage on the front end. Wait, does it? Is this the one? There was another one that had damage on the front end. It's still going. Oh, Ed McCulloch.
He looks like my grandpa.
Mine.
This is just such a bizarre race.
I wonder if Dick Greer. Yeah, CarQuest is it's like a auto parts supplier to like AutoZone.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're back at it, boy. Hey, look at the old school GoPro.
At least it's hardwired.
True.
All right, boys. Here we go. They're restarting.
I was gonna slid into a wall.
There's only 7 of them.
Yeah, because 3 of them are done.
Dude, how would you crash if there's like 9 of you? You kidding me? I would do this for 100 grand.
Are you kidding me? Because they're Jaguars. You get what I mean?
Ah.
Oh my God!
Oh, that one looks
Another
bad.
one bites the.
Oh.
Dude, 1 lap? I mean, how? This is.
Yeah. That's what you get when you got a bunch of dicks racing.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! He looks
That's
like
the dead guy we were talking about.
Oh no!
When did this race take place? 93?
93.
I mean, look up Troy Ruttman.
Why do Jaguar XJ220s have those charter bus wheels?
I don't know.
Troy Ruttman died 4 years after this video was. After this race took place.
Who?
Jeez.
Troy Ruttman,
Who's that?
the dude that we just saw.
Oh, that guy. Oh, poor guy. Yo, did you see the fire?
Yeah, flames.
Oh, that's pretty sick. That is awesome, actually.
Yeah, no big deal. You know, the cars do that nowadays. I know a bunch of people that have that.
Wow, dude.
Gintani tune.
Shout out to Johnny. Lap 4, dude. Already 3 of them out of the race, and it's only lap 4.
Dude,
Oh,
no
that
wonder
breaks my
the
heart.
dude won the race so easy. It's all about who didn't crash.
Have a lot, dude. This is just
Cage cam.
peak 90s, dude.
There's a much
You know,
better 90s
my
video.
sister said something the other day. The 90s were the best times. Nothing happened in the 90s. I mean, there were a lot of things in the 90s, but
Why would you
Now?
like if out of all the decades, the '90s?
dude, the 90s were chill, dude. Like you had all kinds of cool
90s
stuff.
were
The
sick.
best rapper Eminem came out into the picture. You know,
When I think of the '90s, I think of like
Yeah.
a dry, boring time.
oh, you had the peak of, dude. This is when old school hip hop was
No,
coming.
dude. Jordan was in his peak. He won his last championship in the 90s.
They still have fun.
The best time to be alive was the '70s and '80s.
Get the heck out of here. The
out.
70s were trash. My dad grew up in the 70s.
The '80s in Miami, you could do anything you wanted.
Yeah, but guess what, bud? Not everyone was in Miami in the 80s. Okay? Okay?
My dad was.
That's true. My dad was not. Let's just say that.
Not.
Not.
Yo, that car, I think that number 10 car with the damage, it's still on the field. Dude, I love seeing the flame stick come out. Yeah.
There's a much better 90s video than this, and it's the 348 challenge cars at Laguna Seca.
Yo, I'm down to watch that. That's pretty cool.
Yo.
Next week.
All right, well,
Next week.
I mean, I guess you never know what's going to happen with these races, but
This is very boring.
Why don't they do things like this anymore?
It's kind of cool, but they're in a circle, so.
Why don't people do stupid things like this anymore? What's wrong with society?
Dude.
this
No
is
takes, bruv.
this is pretty dumb. Like it serves no purpose. Like why? Why would you do this?
Publicity, dude. Not like anyone watching could afford these.
It's a oval track. There's no it just doesn't make sense.
You think they're good in turns? I doubt it.
Clearly, they cannot stay straight for the life of them. I mean, they're spinning.
I mean,
out
it
left.
could also be that the 3 guys that crashed, their lenses in the glasses were so thick. I don't know.
Fire across the finish line.
That's pretty sick. Oh, final lap. Here we go. God,
That was it?
5 laps already.
This was the biggest waste of taxpayers' money.
I don't think it was taxpayers.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you know how taxes work.
I have AQ Markets. He's teaching me finance.
Oh, AQ markets, yeah. Leave a like below if you want Ayana to back you
Absolute
up.
garbaggio.
And actually, taxpayers' money was involved because there's security at every race.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that stash, that 90s stash.
My dog Bob out here.
Should I grow? We should all have stashes. That's next week. We should all just have mustaches.
I'm not shaving my beard.
Yeah. I'm out. All right. Well, that was interesting.
That was 15 minutes?
We're at 13 minutes. We don't need to watch 15.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah, Armand, what a weird idea you had to watch this.
Yeah,
Armand. It was not my idea. It was not my idea. Wasn't my idea.
It actually, you know what? I did kind of enjoy it though, because it's just so stupid. And I didn't watch it before, so I didn't know what to expect. I just heard it was interesting. So Dr.
Muro, you're trash for recommending this. I'm just saying.
What?
Just saying.
Shots fired.
Pew, pew.
On Doug.
Dude, he's not gonna watch this. Let's be honest.
Armand does not like Doug.
What if he looks forward to the weekly commute every week?
What?
Dr. Muro looks forward to the weekly commute.
That's gonna be the title of the video. Armand hates Doug DeMuro.
Dude, let me tell you this. It's not like I don't like the guy. I do not have an affinity towards Doug DeMuro.
Interesting. An affinity.
And I do not like the XJ220.
Oh, so that's why I don't like the video.
I like the XJ220, but not enough to want to even look at one for an extended period of time.
Yeah. Like I'll definitely look at one. I'll just be like, oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I saw one in person, I would be like, wow, this thing is sick. But
I wouldn't take a picture of it. I'll be honest.
I would.
I would definitely take a picture.
So you would totally take a picture and post it on the Lonely Driver page because
get out of here. That Brad would
not,
bro.
They post these in the Bradwood group all the time. I don't like it. I don't like the post.
What? Okay.
There's so many better cars than this. EB110 for one, obviously, and that car's not even that good.
EB110 is also like $1 million.
So is that.
No, I think XJ220s are now
800,
like 400 or 500, right? Really?
Yeah, we're gonna check right now. We got Google.
I mean, if you're rich enough to spend $500,000, you're also rich enough probably to afford $1 million.
That's a big jump.
No, I think they're like 400,000 or 500,000. They cannot be that much.
Well, the Wheels Boutique one's for sale.
Wheels Boutique has one?
Yep, it's on HREs.
That's probably pretty cool. Pull that up.
It's not low though. I don't know how I feel about
$489,000. Wait, is that the one that Prestige?
Yes.
Oh, this is actually interesting. Hold on.
They have a YouTube video on it. I don't really like it. I don't know. I would do different wheels. I don't know how I feel about the polished lips. That's the only thing.
Here it is.
It's pretty cool. I would choose different lip color, but that's me.
I like the wheels.
The fitment's great, but I don't know.
Interesting.
It's such a weird looking car.
It is. You know how the headlights, these things.
Isn't it like this?
No, they just go boom. So yeah, nothing pops up. These just fall down, and there are lights back there.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was like a.
Dude, imagine if that was like a flip up light situation. That'd be kind of sick.
That would be dope.
Look how chunky the mirrors are.
Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad on those wheels.
I like the car. I just think there are better things out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I don't think I'd pay more than $100,000 for one personally.
Agreed.
That doesn't
Agreed.
make sense.
I don't think this. I mean, yeah, they're cool, whatever. They're fast, whatever. But no.
Well,
you know what it looks like. And to be fair, this car came out before what I'm going to say. It looks like the Factory 5 supercar thing that they made. What is that one called?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What is that called, Armand? You know what I'm talking about. That thing is cool.
It was in a video game. I forgot which one. I know what you're talking about.
It's a kit car, but it's like cool.
What is it?
Can you click on the seats?
Look it up. Factory 5. I'm going to look it up on my phone.
Look at them things.
This is peak 90s. But look at this.
Yeah, but
the reason why
so many better cars.
The Factory 5.
You know that motor is actually kind of a rally car?
Factory 5 what?
GTM.
Yeah, that motor is actually out of a Group B rally car. Fun
I
fact.
love this thing.
I've seen this guy.
No, they have a registered trademark, built not bought. How original.
Oh, you know what?
I love these things. And they're cheap.
Axel sent me a picture of this the other day, and he's like, "What is this?" And now I can answer that. I can answer that.
They're
Weird
cool.
looking vehicle.
In my opinion, it's a cool
rear end
kit
doesn't
car.
do it. It doesn't do it for me in the rear. You want to? Okay. You want to know? Here's an interesting one. You want to see the coolest kit car?
I do.
Okay.
Zach's all about
This is pretty
kit
cool.
cars.
I love kit cars.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Oh, yes, I know this one.
Look at this.
Yes, I'm aware
I
of.
still would never own one though.
Everyone knows RCR. You would not own that car?
Nope.
Why not?
These
Why?
old race car things don't do it for me, man. I don't know. Weird.
I love race cars.
All this stuff.
Love race cars.
All this, and it weighs 2,100 pounds. Come on.
48,000.
Yeah, but you have to build it yourself. If you have someone else build it, you're looking at 150 all day.
Oh, hold on now, boys.
Yes, they do make a GT40.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my!
they have the Mark 1 and Mark 2.
Mark II's though.
Yeah. When I said I wanted to build one of these, RCR was the company I was thinking.
Yo, this is actually really cool.
D-type.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Okay, yeah, this is good. This one's good.
Now we are talking.
Again,
but here's the thing. This is what
weird.
it would look like. We would have to make it turn into something.
Yeah, and you can't because I'm gonna go on a little rant here. No good paint shops and no good interior shops near us. It's so hard to find a good paint and interior shop.
Yeah, near you, but near me, they're plentiful.
America's
great, okay, but I'm saying like variety-wise, you don't have much to choose from. Especially interior. You can find a good paint guy, but interior is tough to find. I'm having trouble with that right now.
I have to say, this is pretty cool.
I don't like the era, and I think that's
awesome.
why I don't like this.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, RCR is very famous. I'm surprised you didn't know who they were.
Oh well, I just recently found out about them.
Race car replicas.
Okay, this is sick. The XJ13.
Yes, that is another cool one that they make. This one.
You got to do it in green.
Oh yeah, but you have to do British racing green.
Yeah, like this.
I don't know.
There you go.
I would do like a pale blue.
See, out of all their kit cars though, I would do the GT40.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been talking about that for a while. I've always wanted to build one.
Yep.
It would have to either be this or the 917.
I like the
See,
917.
I kind of want to
962.
custom build one to my style, but
Dude, it'd be so tough to build. Let's be honest.
I know. No, we do not have the capability. I mean.
Oh no. I don't know.
No.
We don't have the genes.
I couldn't change the brakes in my car. It was awful.
Oh God, I have the ability to do that. Like, come on.
We don't have the genes for this. We don't have the facilities for this, mate.
Facilities.
Listen, I've never mowed the lawn in my life. I don't know anything, man.
Wait, say that again?
I've never mowed a lawn in my life.
God.
In all fairness, my parents don't believe in buying. They always rented, so that's why we didn't have to.
Problem with this generation.
My grandfather, you should go to the military, Zach. What?
Oh God, I would have loved to see you go through boot camp.
Oh, I wouldn't last a week, man.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for that.
At least you're self-aware.
I think I'd go pretty far.
There's two things I know about myself in this world that put me above most people. The first is I admit that I am freaking crazy. I know that I'm crazy. That's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing I admit is I'm a nerdy guy, and I know I'm a nerdy guy.
How does that put you ahead of others? I'm just
Because
Honestly,
nobody admits their flaws.
wow.
my
Zach with
flaw
the
is
facts.
it's hard to find a flaw. I'm always searching. I
Yeah,
never,
honestly, I'm always looking. I seem to have lost them somewhere. I don't know.
you know.
I haven't found them in years.
Like even
he's
even
always
every
lost.
hair, even every hair on my side of my face, it's purposefully angled in the way that I want it to be.
Yeah, like not in Ion's video. Ion. Shots fired.
Ion needs a haircut. What?
Dude.
Shots fired. Man, this podcast is full of shots. Lots of
Yo,
clickbait.
this is the shot cast right now. Just
Shot
like
cast. Shots fired. Boop, 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 boop.
Dude, why don't you take that hat off, Armand, and show them the poof?
There's no
yeah,
proof.
he's got.
Oh, you got the poof.
How is it still styled underneath the hat?
It's out here, bruv.
Dude, he
Okay.
spends like an hour doing it every day.
That's
That was in high school. I used to drag you back in high school.
Oh,
From
man.
here to the train tracks is exactly a quarter mile and a half.
So Zach, how's the E46 treating you, buddy?
Oh, it's well. Apparently,
You can't give us
my brand new brakes were not installed correctly, or
Brakes?
listen.
Oh,
I tried to
great.
break it in, man. I've been doing 60 to 0 stops. They're squeaking so loud, it's embarrassing.
That thing can get up to 60.
surprising. I know.
Ha, ha, ha.
That's pretty impressive.
You know what it is? You know why your brakes squeak? It's you don't have coilovers on it yet. That's the issue.
I'm not putting coilovers on my car.
Yeah, you are.
No,
You
I
are.
live in Jersey.
Okay, and
I'm gonna hit a
charge your
pothole.
wheels and you won't have
explode.
issues.
Okay, ask the
Jeez.
city to fix the roads.
No,
Perfect.
that's an idea.
Hey, Governor
That's
Phil
an idea.
Murphy, will you please fix the roads?
You gotta call them and ask, complain.
Write a letter.
I actually have it connect to him. but
Representative.
That's a story for another day.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was
Connection.
looking at pictures of my my E46 today.
Yeah, let's hear about this.
It's interesting.
You didn't
And
give us a definitive answer before this, so
what was that?
you didn't give us a definitive answer to when Zach asked if you would get another one.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah, I would. I would totally get another one.
I sent you one. Buy that one.
But if you're gonna get one, your mentality has to be to keep it.
Well, so here's the thing.
Mm.
Everything has a price.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Everything has
All
a
right,
price.
Armin, you're the last person I want to hear agreeing with this.
But okay, so I would buy another one, and I was looking at the one I had, and I was just looking at pictures. I'm like, why did I sell this car? And I started like, you kind of romanticize about cars that you had in the past. You're like, oh, that was a good car, this and that. But then reality is, every time I drove it, I'm like, oh, what else is gonna break? Like everything, there's a shelf life at some point with all these things. And the car already had issues, and it looked beautiful. The car was great inside and outside, like aesthetically, it looked great. But
If you have a pic, put it up in the.
yeah, I'll put a picture in the video. But
We only have 3 minutes.
I mean,
yeah, we'll have to start another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it was a great car, but it was going to need a lot more work, and I had 140,000 miles on it. Not something that I wanted to keep, and I was able to make money on it, so it was time to go. But if I did buy another one, I would absolutely want to keep it. I would do a subframe reinforcement, make sure all the bushings are changed. I want that thing to be tight. Like I want, like the one I had, it did not feel very put together. The bushings were all loose. It would, if I shifted hard, it would make a big clunking noise from the rear end. Like, like
the Vanos pretty expensive because I have to do that on my end.
I did the solenoid. It was like a solenoid fix and something else. I forgot.
Exhaust hub.
It was like $600. Like it wasn't.
Okay, cool.
My solenoid for $100. Who are you taking your car to?
Well, I think yours may have been different because the pack.
Yeah, mine was just.
It was a Mr. Vanos pack, and the part itself was more than $100. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
and they said there was no need to go any deeper on that car. Like it sounded fine,
Yeah.
But I didn't know if that car had rod bearings done. I didn't have any recall information on it. The subframe was fine, but again, subframe is fine until you start beating on the car, right? And you start really shifting hard and taking turns hard. And
actually, let me rephrase that. You don't know if the subframe is fine. I found this
Take
out.
it off. Yep.
Anyone that tells you that, oh, I checked the subframe, no. You do not know if the subframe is cracked unless you take it off. If you see cracks, then obviously, yes, it's cracked, but that means that it's cracked beyond fix.
Yeah.
It could still be cracked under the subframe. You don't know until you drop it.
That's why you get an E36 and you S54 swap and you have to worry about subframe issues. Just R-tab issues.
Oh, my God.
Nanos issues when you put the motor in. Rod bearing issues.
I need to find – Zach, help me. I need to find a Z3M cluster. Oh.
Dude, if anyone has one, I need one.
Start a new channel or start a new
hold on.
because we have less than a thing.
Yeah.
All right, boys, we back. That's what happens when your Zoom session runs out of your free trial.
Yeah,
Start another Zoom
We
room.
got to figure that out.
Yeah. So where do we leave off? So the question was, would I buy another E46 M3? And the answer is 100% yes. I actively look for them all the time. Okay. So cheap cars I'm actively looking for are E55s,
Same.
E46 M3s, S2000s.
Yes.
And that's about it. I mean, I don't have confidence in 996, 911. I wouldn't mind a 911, but 997s are still in the 20s. I'm talking like sub 15. Like if I'm talking cheap car, like.
Well, now I would never buy one personally.
Why is that?
Yeah. Not 911. I'm saying this car that I'm about to say. E92 M3s. I would never buy one personally.
They're getting to be about 20 grand. I mean, it's a great motor.
Some guy just bought one clean title. Granted, it has some miles, but clean title, one owner, with the carbon roof, 6 feet for 10 grand.
Wow.
Like
there's something wrong with that car.
170,000 miles.
Yeah,
E92,
10 grand.
E92s are getting real cheap. A few years ago, I was actually going to buy one CPO, a 2013 as a daily. I decided against it because just too many issues, too many costs, and honestly, like where I was at that point in my life, just leasing a 320 was just so much better for me. And I know what you're thinking, like 320 down here, M3, and all the way up. But like, what?
Nah, I don't like the E92.
College student, don't need to worry about expenses of car breaking down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you went and bought a motorcycle instead.
I had it for 2 months. Get out of here. I didn't wait. Did you? I don't think you ever saw my motorcycle.
I think you showed me a picture. I don't think I ever saw it.
Maybe, yeah.
I thought you took a picture with someone else's, you cager.
Well, I taught Sultan how to ride a motorcycle on my motorcycle. It was the funniest thing ever.
That is a scary.
Shout out Sultan.
Oh my God. He never watches these, but shout out Sultan regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
Nah, but honestly, I feel like okay, but that's something we can talk about next week. Is that S2000 on Bringer trailer?
Well, I'm making.
Oh yeah.
Before we go, I'm actually making a video coming out next week of the five cheap cars that will put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And you already named 2 of those cars, so it's common. And that was before we haven't even spoken about it. So
yeah,
it's just a commonality between enthusiasts of what cars are good and what cars are not. Everyone just knows.
Yeah, and there are certain cars like not everyone's gonna like an E55. I don't think not everyone's gonna like it.
Well, that's the
like,
thing.
I will say this though.
I love Mercedes and AMGs, so that's and I had a CLS 55, so I know the motor.
It takes one person to like them, okay? Personally, one person liked them on YouTube or whatever, and then everyone is gonna start liking them.
Well, here's the thing.
Going shots.
But here's the thing.
Shots.
I really don't like what the YouTube community is doing to some of these cars that we love. And what I'm happy about, the one guy. So I personally really like the Legit Street Cars page.
I love that
Yeah.
guy.
That
Alex,
guy.
good guy. Shout out to you, AMG.
Yeah,
Group.
big fan.
Shout out to you.
Dude, I love this guy. Like, he's authentic. He has cars that I really like. Like, I watch his stuff all the time,
Well,
right?
here's
But
the thing.
I just
He's
don't
a
like
Mercedes
these.
mechanic. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me. Oh, my
I
bad.
just don't like the posers. I don't like the posers who just.
I like
get
the
this car.
posers, and I don't like
Clout.
the fans. I'm sorry. Some of these YouTubers have the worst. Like, they're not good. I'm just like, the fans, dude, are so, not that they're not good, but they're so annoying. And I'm calling them out, dude. This is a shots fired podcast, okay?
Oh my god, dude! This
I'm
is
calling everyone out.
like.
It takes one person to buy a 350Z, and everyone buys them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's interesting. But anyway, going back before our tangent, I was myself between the E55 and the E46. I went with the E46 ultimately
Because you couldn't
because,
find an E55. They're hard to find.
No, there's a bunch up north that I
Yeah.
found that were pretty good. New Jersey, New York, you can find a lot of good stuff up here, but and for pretty good prices. But the thing was, I had a conversation with both of you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talked me out of it because you're like, you're not a Mercedes guy. You're not gonna like this car.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I know I would personally love a 55, though. That
And-
motor,
Has
Yeah.
your dad ever had a 55, Armand?
CLK, but not
the
M113K.
M156.
But we are looking for something that's M113K
Yeah,
powered,
113K.
because now we just have the M113 wagon. That car's gonna be sick, by the way. It's getting front bumper repainted. It just got tuned.
oh yeah.
And then we got an E63 front bumper for it from Souvenir. Shout out Gary Lowe.
Coming to do a garage tour.
Yeah, that's gonna happen on my channel soon. Not gonna be
I
my
mean,
first
it's
video, but
already on my channel, but it's changed since then.
it's definitely changed since then. No more
Actually, my
sport
first video.
line. Added 2 more cars after that.
It's only been 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, dang.
crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the point, I would get an E46 M3. I'm actively looking, and here's the other thing. The market is, to me, it's starting to look like it. You know, I don't know back in the day if you guys ever looked at like 240 SX. Like growing up when I was in college, I was always looking at the 240 market and the STIs and stuff like that. And it's like they're all starting to get like dogged and like just torn up. And the nice ones you see going on Bring a Trailer, they're fetching all kinds of money. So I'm trying to find like a middle ground where it's like nice enough to me where I can still make it nice, but I'm not paying for somebody else's work.
This is your time, because and this was right before the virus as well, because as you guys know, I got my car for an extremely aggressive price. I paid $13 roughly and change for that. Well, $12,250 plus tax for that car, which for a 103,000 mile E46 M3 coupe manual is unheard of with a clean Carfax.
Yeah.
This is your time right now. You don't want to miss the boat, because the E36 boat, that passed.
Oh, it's still going.
No, it passed because they were $7-8 grand. And I looked the other day because I was filming another video.
Mm-hmm.
They're 15, 16, 17 grand. I sold mine for 20.
Okay. How much do you think Armand's would be worth then? Considering
Swapped or not swapped?
Swapped? Armand could get
20 grand-ish.
Armand could get 20 to 25 grand when the swap is done.
Yep.
No doubt.
Yep.
2 years ago, 15 grand.
Yep. I was just gonna say, there's a S54 swapped race car right now, and it's 16.5. But it's beat. But there's also, I was just looking because I'm in that E36 world and E36 owners, E36 classified, blah blah blah, whatever. There's a Techno Violet 4-door like mine on Modena interior, which is like the brown.
Yeah, that's cool.
22 grand, 140,000 miles.
See,
God.
like I like to say I started this trend over here. I'm like,
No.
There's
I'm
no-
like,
Hey,
I'm brother.
actually, I was the first one to have an E46 out of the group.
No, we're talking about E36.
36. Talk about
But-
E36. Talking about E36.
But the E46 market, it's not a classic car yet, according to the book.
Yeah.
They're just gonna keep going up
Do you
and
know-
up and up.
Do you know how much it cost me to insure the E46 under my classic car insurance?
Yo, it actually is dirt cheap. It's cheaper than my E36.
Dude, $200 a year.
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah, because I had it under the same policy. I have a classic car policy, so they just put it in there, and you just give a stated value. So I just said it was worth 20 grand. So if it blows up into flames,
You have to be careful. I should make a
About
video.
you, we never
I'm
know.
very well versed in insurance for sad reasons, as you know from my last video. All
Yeah.
my accidents that were not my fault. They're on camera. But yeah, I know way too much about insurance.
I'm sorry. It wasn't funny at the time, but
There's a big
back on,
difference
it's pretty
between
funny.
agreed value and stated value.
Yeah.
So be careful. Look that up.
yeah, no. Well, this is a reputable company, so
No, I know Grundy. They're great.
yeah.
You actually introduced me to them, but I wasn't allowed to get a policy because you have to be 25.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so now that I am
Haggerty at the
25,
time, Haggerty didn't want to insure, and if I was too,
Haggerty's too expensive. I called them.
and if they did insure me, it was going to be a ludicrous amount of money. Like it's bad how
Right.
much that they were going to. So Grundy was a very good middle ground for me. So
Haggerty's too expensive. I called them. They wanted
But yeah,
$300 a month for the
I'll have to-
E36. I was like, it's not worth that.
down the line, that's interesting. I might have to do some video on that too because I have a lot of experience with them. So,
Yeah.
anyways, boys, this was fun.
Interesting talk tonight.
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully the virus. I mean, they started opening things back up in
Which
Jersey,
they're
Florida.
gonna close them right back down, in my opinion.
First
Again,
of all, in Florida, you guys weren't even acting like there was a virus to begin with.
Dude, I was on the road today, and
packed.
it's packed. I took the C63 to a local wash because I'm like, oh, it may be empty. And dude, there's so many people there.
Yeah, I dropped my
Like-
Golf R to get detailed. I dropped it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
see, in Jersey, I was in Manhattan on Sunday. Probably not the best idea.
You dummy. Why would you do that?
Well, I had stuff to do.
I know.
And-
You got it though.
What?
You got the prize.
Yeah, I got the prize. So anyway,
Where are you getting?
very scared. I had to go to my cousin's. I was helping out my cousin. I went to her apartment to help her do some stuff out of the kindness of my heart. And she lives in Washington Square, which is right next to NYU. Typically one of the most populated places besides obviously Times Square. There was one person outside besides myself.
Yeah.
It was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I made it from my apartment to Manhattan in 14 minutes. That is unheard of. That does not happen.
Crap.
It's over an hour drive pre-coronavirus because of traffic.
Man, it should stay like that.
That does not happen ever.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it still takes me 35 minutes to get to International. Like literally, so stupid.
Dude, oh,
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. I
get me
mean,
started on the Florida highways.
it sucks, dude. Like everyone, stay home. You know, like don't go to the beach. They're opening back up. Don't go to the beach. You know.
Yeah, well, Florida's got their phase 1 plan going, and some businesses are starting to open up. But
Yeah, my
know,
gym's
like-
opening back up May 8th.
yeah, dude,
Your
like
mom's
I
so
went
fat,
to
she
the
uses I-4 as her water slide.
yeah, wait, what?
I said, your mom is so fat, she uses I-4 as her water slide.
Wow.
One goal. I'm sorry.
Golf clap, everybody, for that. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as soon as people start easing up on the restrictions, that's when I think it'll get. I mean, I'm all for people going back to work and being safe and social distancing and wearing masks and because we got to make money, we got to get things going. But when people start to get comfortable,
That's it.
It's over.
No
That's
more
what it-
masks,
that's
no
what
more
it-
social distancing.
So you gotta be smart. Today I went to the supermarket. No shame. I put a mask on. I'm like, hey, I don't trust anybody. Like I don't like.
Not like it's gonna do much, but it's gonna prevent something maybe.
At the very least, there's enough arguments to support some kind of benefit. So I'm like, I'm not touching my face regardless. Like I put groceries in my cart. I went back, washed my hands. Like, I made sure not to touch any other surfaces. But then, you think about it, it's so hard because then it's like, well, you get home and you got to take the groceries back out and you got to touch the door handle. It's very hard to say completely like.
Yeah, but
it's a whole different topic.
You guys live in a house. I live in an apartment building. Every time I touch the elevator, like I get grossed out now, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get my Purell.
I'd still be washing my hands regardless. I'm not a dirty person, but
You're pretty dirty.
All right, we've lost the purpose of the call here. So. Call.
We gotta add. We're not robots, We gotta talk about personal things.
It's all right.
A little add personality to the podcast.
Yeah, this podcast has the most personality of all of them so far, man. I mean, Armand just out here just back against the wall, just.
But I still will do collabs with any YouTuber. Just need clout, please. Just a little bit. I don't need much. Just a little bit. Love you guys.
Chris fixed today. I'm proud of myself. He actually responded to my email.
Who?
Yeah, I was.
Shout out to Chris Fix. Shout out to Chris Fix.
He was actually interested in what I had to say because he didn't just respond as like a YouTuber to a fan, like, "Oh, thanks, man." He actually asked me an engaging question, so I knew he was interested in what I had to say.
Wow, Zach.
So I was pumped.
Wow.
Do you think he?
You
think he was excited that you messaged him? I mean, he should be excited that the Zach Kramer, Z Krames, is messaging.
We're both New Jerseyans or whatever they call New Jersey people.
Gosh.
Shout out.
Welcome to New Jersey. I'm going home, all right?
Hey, welcome to New Jersey.
Welcome to New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
I actually passed the strip club from
Bada Bing.
Yeah, I passed the Bada Bing today. I
Sopranos.
pass it all the time. It's on my way to my local stops. It's everywhere.
Shout out to Sopranos.
Local stops.
Just like my local driving route. Like I'll go in like this reservation, South Mountain Reservation, and like on my way back, it's like around.
Wow, Zach's a very nature boy. Ric Flair.
Oh, Ric Flair, nature boy, up in this thing.
Ric Flair.
Woo!
All right. Have a good night.
Friday night.
Right.